What if you lost everything? Your family, your health, your wealth, without ever doing anything wrong? Would you still trust God? That's the dilemma at the heart of the book of Job, one of the oldest and most mysterious books in the Bible. It doesn't just ask why people suffer, it dares to ask why the righteous suffer. Let me introduce you to Job. He's from the land of Uz, blameless, upright, deeply faithful. A man blessed with wealth, respect, and a loving family. On earth he's admired, but in the spiritual realm something far deeper is taking place. Picture this, a conversation in heaven between God and Satan. Satan throws down a challenge. Does Job fear God for nothing? He's convinced Job only loves God because his life is easy. So God allows Satan to test Job. One condition, Job's life must be spared. And so the storm begins. In a single devastating day, Job loses everything, his livestock, his servants, even his children. As if that weren't enough, he's struck with painful, oozing boils from head to toe. He ends up sitting in ashes, scraping his wounds with broken pottery. Even his wife urges him, curse God and die. But Job responds, shall we accept good from God and not trouble? 3 friends travel to see him, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. At first they sit with him in silence, but soon they start blaming him. They insist that suffering always means you've sinned, that God is fair and the innocent never suffer. But Job knows he's innocent. His pain turns to confusion, anger, and deep spiritual longing. Job never curses God, but he doesn't stay silent either. He pours out his heart. Why was I born? Why do the wicked prosper? Where is justice? He demands answers, but all he hears is silence. Until suddenly, God speaks out of a whirlwind. But God doesn't offer simple explanations. Instead, he asks questions. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Have you ever commanded the morning? Do you give the horse its strength? God's point. The universe is vast, beautifully complex, and sometimes painful. Not everything fits into my logic or yours. Job realizes he's spoken from ignorance. He says, I had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. God restores him, blessing Job even more than before. But the scars of suffering linger, and so does a deeper wisdom. The book of Job doesn't hand out easy answers. Instead, it invites me and you to trust God even when life makes no sense. To speak honestly in our suffering, to hold on to faith when answers don't come. Because while my view is small, God's justice never is. So, have you ever asked, why me? Job reminds me, and maybe you too, it's okay to wrestle with God as long as I don't let go. If Job's journey moved you, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep biblical insights, powered by AI and inspired by faith.